All right, we are back at the Man Cave. I'm your host. You know who I am. Sorry, I had to redo several videos because apparently my system updated and messed up my mic. So I'm going to have to do this again, which is why I have the glass and I'm ready to do this. Thank you for everyone who's let me know that there was some problems with my mic. Appreciate you. But get back to the next video. This one is going to be about some guys explaining some certain things, and of course, it's going to be some woman that doesn't want to listen to them. Kind of one of those situations, just listening just to argue.
That's why we bring it back to the Willie Lynch letters, right? We're gonna hyper-emasculate the woman, and then we're gonna emasculate the black man, and that was the agenda. So now, oh,
So that's a problem.
I can't bear kids, right?
So it's a problem.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not here to pass judgment. Only God can
No,
do
but it's
that.
a problem.
I'm
a
here to
little
give
bit.
information. A woman.
Isn't that kind of weird? How he said that about how it affects men and making women masculine, and she's asking, "Is that a problem?" Just to just to throw that one out there.
has a particular role, and if she doesn't play that role, there's no family or no family structure. A man, the black man, has a role he has to play. If he doesn't play that role, there's no family or family structure. So you've been taught that um, you're maintaining a child is raising a child as a single mother. So you're thinking that, oh, food, clothes, and shelter, it's not raising a child. That's maintaining a child. To raise a child, you need man and woman in that household. You need a coalition of masculine and feminine energy working simultaneously together. But just because you get support from the government, you must.
I just want to play this back. I want you to see her whole posture.
And then we're gonna.
Look at that. I want you to look at that. Weave, putting herself backwards. There is so much negative energy just from this picture alone that shows you that she doesn't care what this man says. She's just waiting for him to finish so that she can just give her rebuttal about how she says how all that's like. What is the problem? He's basically telling the truth. There's what lie is he speaking about, and she can't see this. This is what feminism has done to women, especially in that community.
Emasculate the black man, and that was the agenda. So now, oh, I
So
can't
that's
bear,
a problem.
I can't.
Emasculating the man is a problem.
So it's a problem.
As a
Listen to what
question.
I'm saying. I'm not here to pass judgment. Only God
No,
can do
but
that.
it's a problem.
I'm
a
here to
little
give
bit.
information. A woman has a particular role, and if she doesn't play that role, there's no family or no family structure. A man, the black man, has a role he has to play. If he doesn't play that role, there's no family or family structure. So you've been taught that you're maintaining a child is raising a child as a single mother. So you're thinking that, oh, food, clothes, and shelter, it's not raising a child. That's maintaining a child. To raise a child.
See how she over and over again. You can listen without having all day long. That's what people do when they're not listening to you. If you ever seen those First Amendment auditors, those are the guys who go around exercising their rights, and the cops get called out because some guy is filming in public, which is not a crime. The cops show up, and the guy's explaining himself, and then cops are like, yeah, yep, yep. They just want you. They're just pretending to pretend like they care, but they're just letting you finish so they can cop explain you to not do something which you're allowed to do in public. This is exactly what she's doing. She doesn't give a crap about anything that she's saying, that he's saying. All she cares about is her opinion. And I guarantee you she's going to basically be ridiculous with her demands.
Child, you need man and woman in that household. You need a coalition of masculine and feminine energy working simultaneously together. But just because you get support from the government, you mistake the maintenance as the raising, and then now the child is up because that daughter doesn't see a man in the home, so she doesn't know how to be nurturing for the man that eventually is in her home.
The support from the government. You mean like
Government
Section
assistance,
8.
yeah, all that
Okay,
type of stuff.
Sec-
okay,
Right.
ain't on that.
okay,
But-
I got it.
but-
I'm asking
but-
because I want it. I want
but
it from
you're-
you.
but you're being-
a,
Yeah,
man,
welfare
a woman
Section
that
8.
has a
Yeah, that type
successful
stuff.
But you
business.
can't. But you can't.
When
But
I'm
you,
talking about Section 8,
you can't.
is
you
that
can't,
a problem?
You can't. You
I'm not
can't,
talking about Section 8.
you-
Nobody is
you-
on Section 8.
You can't spin me. What I'm saying is Section 8 is the thing.
Nobody's
The
on Section 8.
the government assistance that the black woman receives as an independent has been strategic, and her receiving that has developed a mindset that to this day makes that woman comfortable that she has an option of independence. That was created. If you don't listen because you have a financial option to be deaf, does it cause a problem?
Mm. Mm. Where did he lie? Where did he lie? The government knew that you were going to take it. The government knew that you were going to do everything it would took to keep that money. They like to complain, oh, it's not enough. It seems to be enough that you make a big stink about it. They love to make a big stink about the money and it's not enough, but yet they still on welfare. How do you survive if it's not enough? Here's my biggest issue. Where did he lie? Where was the lie? That is the best question you can ask someone. Where did he lie? Where's the lie? Tone deaf to the message because you are set in your ways. He's 100% correct. And she doesn't hear it. Now, you heard what she said. Oh, but I got a successful business. Like, no one's on welfare. No one's on welfare. I know what she means, but I'm just like, there's plenty of women on welfare. Okay, I hate when this whole thing you pretended that just because you're not on welfare, you make it about you, but the general population of females are on welfare. Regardless if you want to accept it or not. It would not be big business. And I know you're giving up money, but those are potential voters that can all, when you say we're going to cancel welfare, who do you think will be on the front line? If someone tells them, oh, they're making us take away welfare, who do you think is going to be on the picket line to stop that from happening? Just look at abortions. Abortions would not be as big as it is if there wasn't a whole bunch of women, of course, those beta male cucks, that like to stand out there defending women's rights. If it wasn't that many people doing it, no one would be out there. It's ridiculous.
Say it one more time.
No. If you don't listen, right? Because you have a financial option not to be submissive, is that a problem?
Where's the lie? Where is the lie? It really shows you that these women have gone to the sunken place. They don't think they have to listen because society says they don't have to listen. They are told by everybody, you don't have to listen to him. You do whatever you want. You go get the quote unquote bag. You don't have to listen to the man because you can be the man. And then you complain that people say you're not feminine enough. And then you have to go out there and say, I need to find a man that can put me in my feminine side. A woman should always be feminine, just like a man should always be masculine. You can't say that a woman's allowed to be feminine or masculine depending on who she's going out with, and then at the same time complain that men aren't masculine enough. That's not how it works. If you're feminine, if you're a woman, you should be feminine, plain and simple. If you're a man, you should be masculine, plain and simple. But we only have rules for thee and never for me. Just like in the beginning of the video, she wanted to sit there and emasculating your men. You don't see the problem? You're literally asking, is that a problem? I guarantee you she didn't even hear that part. All she heard was something that was negative towards her, and she ran with that. Instead of listening to what he's saying, she was sitting there waiting to argue with him. That's why dating in the West is dead and buried. You can have fun with these women, but you can't have a serious relationship with them. And guess what? They brought it on themselves. Don't blame me for saying it. They brought it on themselves. They literally did it to themselves. So while everyone wants to complain and say, oh, you're being rude and mean and you don't know her full story, I don't care about your full story. You need to get off your butt and do something with your life. And if that's a problem, hey, it is what it is. But when you end up being single and alone, I'm happy you got your business. But as much as you did a good job getting that weave business store that you bought, you can't even find a man that will accept you for who you are because they're not looking for you. They're looking for a woman that's more feminine. Doesn't mean you can't have a business. But the way you speak and the way you carry yourself, the way you act out in this world, clearly people are going to look at you and say you're not suitable for a relationship. It is what it is.